We find ourselves this season in the same place we were last season, in that we aren't losing games, but we're not winning the games I think we should be winning. As a result, the top spots in La Liga are starting to get very, very crowded. My name's FM20, and it's time to get real. And this is what I'm talking about here. 17 games in the season, a third of the way through. We are in first place with 42 points. Villarreal is 2 points behind us on 40. Valencia is at 39. Barcelona is at 38. Betis is at 35. Madrid's at 33. I would say there's a drop-off between Madrid and Celta Vigo. Maybe it's more like Atletico Madrid and Osasuna. Carlos Roberto leads us with 20 goals and an 8.04 rating. Antonio Augusto, 12 assists. Ahmed Uche, best pass completion rating. Carlos Roberto, 8 Players of the Match awards. Bunch of players with yellows and reds. Of our 17 matches played, our 51 goals scored are first in the league. It's really, really good. Our defense is really, really good too. We've only allowed 12. That gets us third best. We're first in the league with yellow cards, more yellow cards than points. And we're pretty much maxing out our attendance. Since the Napoli game, Betis, they're a good squad. They're 5th right now in La Liga, but this was a 2-2. They clawed the drawback. I was so frustrated. The guys seemed to let off in extra time. I told them to concentrate. They got flustered, and Pele Dal scored in the 93rd minute to claw the drawback. This was a game we had in hand. We absolutely threw it away, and had we not thrown it away, it would have given us a much more comfortable lead over Villarreal. Against Getafe, we absolutely thumped them 4-0. Goals by Hrvanik, Verdonk, and a brace by Carlos Roberto. Against Malaga, we beat them 4-1. Veerman a goal, Verdonk a goal. Or Verdonk had a brace of goals, actually, and Ahmed Uche a goal. Today, it's CSKA Moscow and then Athletic Club. Athletic Club is one of those teams that you never know what you're going to get. They could just fall down flat on their face, or they could give you a run for their money. In the group stage, I believe, we've already qualified. We qualified last episode. So CSKA Moscow has not done the best. The plan is to play the second teamers against them. Well, what we are going to do is set our roster for the CSKA Moscow match. It's going to be a mixed squad, probably a lot more second teamers and bench players. And then Athletic Club, we have friendly against Cultural Leonesa, and then comes the January transfer window. We'll have our Copa del Rey match somewhere in here. The board's not worried about the Supercopa. I'm not worried about the Supercopa, so we're not going to do any Supercopa games. So, at that said, let's get to this CSKA Moscow match. And it is a fairly rotated side. We got Janiak in goal, Tasevsky, Uche, Lenz, and Jan as the defensive back four, Slamano and Hrvanik as the midfielders, Thunesen and Kleber as the attacking midfielders, Veerman and Maria up top as the strikers. Tasevsky's getting the start. Kermit has a bruised thigh. He's out for about a week or so. Now we're 10 minutes into the game, and Slamano is already aggressive. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Jan on the throw to Veerman, to Tasevsky. Thunesen, back to Hrvanik, out to Jan. Thunesen in the box. Baseline, Maria's there, and he hits the post and puts it past Kolev for the goal. That was nice. Take a look at the stadium here again. Looks like a full crowd in the rain. Nice header. Looks like Kolev got a hand on it, but instead, it looks like maybe it didn't hit the post. Looks like Kolev got his hands on it and deflected it up. A little past a half hour in, it's fairly even stats-wise. CSKA Moscow has had 3 and 3. We've had 5 and 2. Lenz has picked up a yellow card. Uche on a throw-in to Maria. Oh, Coleman got in front of that cross, knocked it away. Slamano runs it down. Taps it to Jan. Hrvanik, Kleber, back to Hrvanik. Centers Slamano, back to Hrvanik. Jan, all alone on the right. Crosses it in. Veerman. Hrvanik scores from distance. That was a Malo-esque goal. Looks like Veerman either headed it down or volleyed it right to him, and Hrvanik just one-shotted it in. Nice bit of ball movement. Jan to Veerman, who headed it down, and Hrvanik from just outside the box. Wait a minute, are they calling out a Maria goal or a Hrvanik goal? They're calling that a Maria goal. Wow. That is the weirdest thing I've seen in Football Manager in a while, and that's saying something. Halftime, and with that Maria goal, he has a brace, gives us a 2-0 lead. Still a fairly even game stats-wise. I don't know what CSKA Moscow is going to do the second half. They could just lay down, or they could go all out. Tasevsky to Thunison. Gets away from one, gets it up to Tasevsky. Long pass toward Veerman, got behind the defender, takes the shot. Kolev is there, a very nice block. Veerman's been a really good find. When Maria went out injured, he filled in more than capably as the complete forward. I moved Roberto over to the attacking forward, and Roberto didn't miss a step. Kleber off the crossbar. Rodriguez. Oh, Maria steals the ball. And is he fouled? No, but Hrvanik gets it back. Veerman. He gives it away to Peruzvin. Kolev with the ball. Shadowed by Maria. Bombs it forward towards Lucas. Lenz instead heads it down, but it goes to Matyushenko, to Kislev, to Molokhanov. To Kubenko, up to Matyushenko, to Kislev, to Molokhanov, to Matyushenko, out to Rodriguez. Oh, wait a minute, something's not right there. One of these things is not like the other. Knocked away, Veerman runs it down, drives forward. He doesn't really have any help. He slows down the play. Hrvanik, top the box, takes his shot, and he gets his goal. Maria nowhere near that to steal that effort. That was definitely a Malo-esque goal there. Veerman did a good job of holding up play here, letting the rest of the guys come forward. Hrvanik hit it off his left foot, gave it to his right foot, and just blasted it past Kolev. I'm going to pause the game here. And Thunison picked up a knock. I totally missed that. Potential knee injury. Okay, well, we'll bring on Konstantinovic for him. Slamanu's not having the best game either. So we're going to switch him and Hrvanik. Bring Veerman back to the deep line playmaker. And bring Barry Verdonk on to play the complete forward. Martinez to Molokhanov to Rodriguez. Drives forward. Top of the box. Takes a shot, but he pushes it wide right. I think what we're going to do is go down to the balanced. Coming up on the end of the game, CSKA Moscow really just hasn't done anything. They seem to be content holding the ball back. They went to a 4-3-3. That hasn't really helped them. Rodriguez to Belkin takes the shot. That hasn't really helped them. And they score in extra time. Thank you, FM. Good gracious. And we win 3-1. Maria brace of goals. Hrvanik a goal, although theoretically he should have two. Those should be reversed. A solid game for us. I'm interested to see what's going on with the Thunison injury here. 4 to 6 days for a twisted knee. Received 2.7. We're into the first knockout round. Hrvanik was stellar. The question is, do I know when the draw... calendar. Champions League first knockout round draw is going to be after the Athletic Club game. So we'll come back for that. And we'll come back for the Athletic Club game, and then we'll be back for the draw and then call this an episode. So back in a bit. Now, before we get started with the Bilbao game, I thought we would take a look at the groups here and see if there were any real surprises. So Group A is us and Leipzig. Group B is Liverpool and Milan. Marseille is on the outside looking in there. Manchester and Schalke come out of Group C with Eindhoven. I thought they'd do a little bit better, but I guess not. Borussia Dortmund and Juve come out of Group D. Celtic did not make neither Celtic or Besiktas really made much of anything. Barcelona and PSG come out of Group E. This looked like it'd be a tough group, and Porto was left on the outside looking in. Oh, that's rough. Arsenal and Benfica come out of Group F, while Villarreal goes down to the Europa League. Bayern Munich and Inter come out of Group G, and Monaco fell a point behind. And then Man United and AZ, wow, come out of Group H. Real Madrid is down to the Europa League. So both AZ. I'm not seeing Ajax. Where the heck did Ajax finish last year? Ajax finished 3rd last year. Wow. Okay. So, well, we got Bilbao coming up. It's going to be an interesting match. My assistant manager, rather, completely muffed the pregame interview yesterday, so half the team is upset because he said, yeah, they're a quality squad. It's going to be a tough game, and they weren't really a fan of that. So, we'll do what we can. I'm going to double-check my best 11, set the reserves when we be back with our match. I'm going to double-check the best 11, set the reserves. We're going to be back with that match here in just a bit. Well, we are playing our 4-2-4 today. We got Bates in goal, Tasevsky, Uche, Lenz, and Slamanu as the defensive back four, Augusto and Oosterley as the midfielders, Konstantinovic and Israel as the attack midfielders, Roberto and Maria up top as the strikers. I'm giving Slamanu the start at defensive right back instead of Jan because Jan just needs a rest more than anything else. But he's on the bench, so if Slamanu trips over his own 2 feet and falls on his face, I can definitely bring Jan on. Augusto sends it into the box, and is that Israel? That is Israel. He's having a really good season. That's like his 12th goal. Oh, 3 white jerseys go up in the air. That could have been disastrous. No, he has 7. Okay, he had more last game. Or last year. He's on his way. I think he finished last season with 12. Well, other than that one highlight where we scored, there have been no other highlights this game. We are coming up on halftime. Oosterley dispossesses Vera. Is he off? Flippin' real. They said it was a 2-footed foul. We'll have to see what the coaches say after the game. Augusto sends it into the box again. Israel almost scores again, bounces it off Bilbao player, and it goes out for the corner kick. Konstantinovic sends it in, Lenz, and it goes right to Simone. Corner kick in, Serrano off Bates and in for the goal. I think we're just going to go down to the balance here when we have a minute. Bates was there, the defender was there, the ball still managed to go in. Augusto from outside the box. Oh, and it's headed over the crossbar by Lenz. We're going to get Roberto off, bring on Verdonk. We're going to get Slamano off, bring on Jan. Jan with the throw in to Verdonk. Back to Jan. Crosses it in. Maria's there, off the post and in for the goal. Well done, Robert. Oh, cheeky little back. Whoa, Rabona. That was wow. That's what that was. Holy cow. And we almost scored again. Good grief. Oh, maybe Jan tried it again. Went right to Bilbao. They're driving forward. Amar to Murata. One-on-one with Bates, who blocks it, pushes it wide left. Well done, Ryan. Corner kick for Bilbao. Lenz knocks it away. Verdonk bombs it forward, and the highlight ends. And we win 2-1 thanks to let's take a look at this again. How come? Okay, hold on a second here. He raboned that in. He totally did. I haven't seen that in a while. I think I had that happen in a game when I was at Bastia. Holy cow. That was insane. You know what? Let me see if I can't get that from a couple different views here. Zoom in as close as we can. Jan on the throw-in. Verdonk, backheel pass. Wow. That is clip-worthy right there. Wow. That was wow. Hoosley suspended for a match. And advise you to dismiss for bad tackle. You know what? 2 weeks, dude. Take a look at Israel here real quick. He's got 8 goals this season so far. Last season, I could have sworn he had more. Yeah, the season before that was when he had 17 assists and 8 goals. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. We'll get to the first round knockout draw here. Darn right you're accepting that 2-match fine. Good grief. Although I have to, let me check something out here real quick. How much is 2 weeks fine for you? Yeah, 500,000 euros. €500,000 for a bad tackle. Jeez. In a game that we could have lost if not for some very, very wild stuff. Villarreal lost and Barcelona won. Players on loan. Here we go. So these are the players. Well, okay, these are the. You won't sort by potential. These are the players out on loan. Armin Lenz is the lone player in. He's in blue. All the orange guys are the guys out. So the couple I really have my eye on are Romer de Decker, who is a young left winger, but he's got a ton of physical. He's just a beast physically right now at 18 years old. Mentally and technically, he could improve, but the playing time is definitely helping him. Alwyn Cooley, a striker, he will definitely be part of the mix in a couple of years. Jean-Louis Seca, definitely part of the midfield mix in a couple of years. Victor Coro, yet another one of my midfielders who should be part of the mix in a couple of years as well. Solid physically, solid mentally. Technically, not too bad. The 16 first touch is nice. He needs to improve in a couple more areas as well. So, and then Carl Hurst wanted to go out. Plasek wanted to go out. Adele was a midfielder or a defensive midfielder that I was training to be a defensive center back, and it hasn't really taken. First knockout round draw. AZ is playing us. Schalke is playing Arsenal. Benfica is playing Man United. Milan is playing Bayern. Juve is playing Barcelona. Inter is playing Borussia Dortmund. Leipzig is playing Liverpool. PSG is playing Man City. Oh, I brought in a bunch of new scouts, and I totally forgot to take a look at or change their names. So I'm going to do that here in a little bit. We are going to call this episode good. A very nice win against CSKA Moscow with the second teamers. Unbelievable win against Bilbao there, thanks to some very nifty footwork by Verdonk and Jan. Wow, we got very, very lucky this episode. I will be the first to admit it. And if you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM20. I thank you for watching.